This is the Dabbsson DBS2100 portable power station. It has a pretty classic modern look for a high-capacity power station. The finish is black and gray, and the shell feels tough, almost like the brand knew it might need to survive a few bumps while people take it camping or use it for backup at home. You can immediately feel the heft when picking it up. At about 54 pounds, it's definitely not as light as the little battery banks you see on hiking trips, but for what it offers, the weight makes sense. The big handle on top really helps if you ever need to move it around. All the ports and controls are easy to spot, and there's a big screen that gives you all the info you need about charging, output, and battery level with just a quick glance. From my experience, I had a mix of anticipation and skepticism when I got my hands on this unit. A lot of portable batteries claim high numbers, but actually living with them for a few days separates the good from the just okay. I used the Dabbsson DBS2100 on a camping weekend and later for a test home backup when we unplugged the main for a just-in-case rehearsal. I was curious about a few things. How much could it really power at once? How easy was it to manage? How noisy or quiet was it? And how did the fast charging and solar performance stack up against other brands I've tried before? To talk about key features in simple terms, this thing packs a serious punch. It's a 2400-watt power station with a 2150Wh battery, and you can expand it even further with additional batteries if you really need marathon backup. That translates in regular language to powering most major appliances for hours or recharging phones and laptops for days. The screen is easy to read, showing useful stuff like current input and output. That's so helpful if you're trying to run critical devices like a fridge or medical gear. There are ports everywhere: USB-A and USB-C for phones and tablets, regular outlets for appliances, and a heavy-duty port for more serious gear or even an RV. One thing I love is how flexible the charging is. You can plug it into a wall in your house, hook it up to solar panels outdoors, or even use the car charger on a road trip. The fast charging option is real. It actually works, no joke. I clocked it charging from about half to full in almost an hour and a half when plugged into C with nothing else running, and that's impressive for something at this size. Pass-through charging is also awesome. I tested plugging in devices to charge while feeding power into the unit, and it didn't skip a beat. If you want to run an appliance while also charging the battery, this station makes it seamless. Handling larger appliances was my next test. I plugged in a mini fridge, charged a laptop, ran a fan, and then really pushed it with an air fryer. The display told me exactly how much power was being used, and the system could keep up. With P-Boost mode, you can take the output up to 600 watts for short times. Good news if you want to run power tools or something energy hungry. From my experience running real-world loads, I noticed the fan that cools the batteries is very quiet. I sat next to it during the night on the porch, and it barely made a hum. That's a huge win compared to gas generators, which are loud and smelly. This unit's silent operation means you can use it pretty much anywhere, inside the tent, in your bedroom, or by your workspace, without getting annoyed by background noise. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants power that's both flexible and reliable, especially for family camping, RV trips, or as a backup for emergencies at home. The controls are simple, and if you like gadgets, there's even an app to monitor or control charging modes. If you're the techie type, scheduling your charging can help you maximize efficiency without having to babysit the screen. Now for the things I didn't like. The weight is a lot for me. I'm no power lifter, and carrying 54 pounds isn't fun if you have to walk a long way into a campsite or upstairs during a blackout. It's not gigantic, but for some people, this is probably a leave it on the porch or keep it in the car trunk device unless you have help moving it. Battery-powered means you're always paying attention to how much you draw, especially if you run bigger appliances. While you can add expansion batteries, and that's a huge plus, they cost extra and make your kit bigger and heavier. Charging via solar is where things get mixed. The station accepts up to 1200 watts in solar input, so if you have big, high-quality panels, it can recharge in a decent time. We had a few cloudy days, and honestly, it took a while to get the battery back to full. So this is really only a quick recovery option if there's good sunlight or if you have a lot of panels. I also wish the AIK outlets had more spacing between them. Some bulky plugs will block the others, and you'll find yourself shifting cables around just to get everything plugged in. Another thing to mention, like any lithium battery, the more you use it, the more it slowly loses capacity over time. But Dabbsson claims 4,500 cycles to 80% capacity. That's a strong lifespan if you mostly use this as emergency or travel backup, but something to keep in mind if you use it every single day. In my opinion, what stands out is the confidence this station gives me. Knowing I can plug in almost anything short of a full-size AC unit, that I have real backup power in an outage, and that the cables and ports are all included, that's the relief I'm looking for. The LCD display is huge, bright, and clear, exactly what I want if the lights go out. I also like the emergency LED built in. It lights up a small room enough to see, and that beats fumbling for a flashlight during a power cut. In conclusion, the Dabbsson DBS2100 portable power station is one of the highest capacity stations I've used, and it delivers on most of what it promises. It's perfect for home backup, longer camping trips, and anyone who wants a quiet, reliable source of energy that can keep up with modern needs. It's not the lightest power station, and solar-only charging on cloudy days will leave you waiting, but the peace of mind, heavy-duty performance, and all-in-one package make it a solid pick for serious users. If you care about easy backup power, flexibility, and you're comfortable with the weight, I think this will serve you well. Check the comments of this video for a link to see the current pricing of the Dabbsson DBS2100 portable power station.